We have this conversation in the ring. Would you fight Jake Paul?
Nah. Jake doing
He
his
too
thing.
big? He too big?
Yeah, Jake big, but he doing his thing. Man, I'm gonna let Jake do what Jake
Got $200 million for you.
I'm fighting Jake Paul. I'm fighting Jake Paul. Come on, Jake. Hey, Logan. Forgive me. I gotta fight your brother, man.
When you watch the Tyson and the Jake Paul fight, come on, man.
I love Tyson. But Tyson shouldn't have been out there
Right.
biting his gloves and stuff.
Was he biting his glove because that was a tick, or was he biting his glove like, man, I want to hit this joke upside his head so bad, but I can't?
I don't know. I don't want to spread no rumors. But Tyson shouldn't have been in there
Right.
at all. And no way, shape, or form, or fashion should Jake Paul ever be able to say he beat Mike Tyson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Mike Tyson, old. You know, he old enough.
Damn near 60.
Yeah, old enough to be my dad.
Yeah.
You know, and he shouldn't have been in there.
You box Conor?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? The money was right. Get in there.
What do you think the appeal is? Because we see a lot of these guys, a lot of the MMA guys want to come to the sport of boxing. We saw Francis Ngannou. He did pretty good against Tyson Fury, and then he got in there with Anthony Joshua, and it didn't go so well. We saw Conor McGregor get in there with Floyd. Even though Floyd was past his prime, it seemed like Floyd toyed with him, drug him out to the deep, held his head up underwater until he couldn't couldn't get any oxygen. I mean, what's the appeal of a UFC fighter wanting to fight, wanting to box?
It's money.
Money.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
You know, I did an interview with a couple of UFC fighters, Henry Cejudo now, and I was telling them boxers make way more money than UFC fighters.
Right.
You know, and that's mainly what it come down to.
Right.
You know, money. The UFC fighters see that the crossover fights like Mayweather and Conor McGregor, how well it did.
Conor was compensated.
Yeah. They like, hold up.
And then you see Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
The compensation that Francis Ngannou, he probably made 20 times what he's ever made in a UFC fight.
Definitely.
I'm just being, you know, maybe I'm at hyperbole here, but I think he probably made at least 5 times what he's ever made in a UFC fight.
Yep. So when they see that, then they just, you know, it sparks their interest, you know. But then when they say, oh well, boxers need to go to the cage, then the boxers ain't never asking to go over there and fight.
Because boxers are compensated.
Yeah. So it's like, y'all come over here
Right.
and fight us because y'all want to make more money.
Right.
We not trying to go over there and make less money in the octagon and get kicked, arm broke, and choked out and stuff like
Right.
that. So it's a difference.
Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul said he want to fight Anthony Joshua. Damn, Jake Paul want to fight everybody. I think Anthony Joshua too big.
Jake big.
He ain't. I mean, Joshua like 250.
Yeah, Jake Paul big. They both big.
Who you put your money on then?
Come on, man. Stop. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I would put. Look. I mean, you talking about that is a gold. I think Joshua won the gold medal in the Olympics. I mean, look, the chin suspect. The chin like this, glass.
Nah, man, them dudes big, man.
He big too. He got too much muscle though. He got too much muscle.
And I don't never say nobody chin suspect in the heavyweight division.
You got to be able to take a punch.
He did take 8 punch. He took a few, you know what I mean? Like, them dudes big, man.
Yeah, I know.
Mac Chuck, boom.
He was
Let one of
winning
them
too.
hit you.
No, hell no.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, but, hey, a little guy hitting you with a punch you don't see. Can you imagine a big guy hitting you with a punch you don't see?
But just imagine a big guy hitting you with a punch you can see.
I don't want to see it.
You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Them big dudes punching.
Oh yeah. Help me with this. Deontay Wilder. He was running through, he was knocking everybody out. And it's always the same, the overhand right. Fury fought the first time, thought he had Fury, and Fury raised up like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Sat up in the ring, got up. It was a draw, but a lot of people thought Fury won.
I thought both of them won.
You thought both of them won? You thought it was a draw? You thought the draw was a fair outcome?
Yeah, because I thought Fury won the decision, hands down. But I thought they should have called the fight off. I thought Wilder knocked him out.
Okay. Now the second fight.
Yeah.
Deontay said it was the suit. He had this new suit way.
I was there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had that big old suit. It was cool though. It looked good.
Yeah.
But now you know when you come out with something like that, you got to be ready to rock and roll, bud.
I think them fights took a lot out of Deontay Wilder.
They did.
You know, and then on top of that, once Tyson Fury felt his punching power and he stood up to it, he wasn't afraid to get hit with it no more. And I think that just, you know,
Because once a guy don't feel your power, you kind of.
it did something to his mental because he's so used to.
Because then nobody had ever gotten up. When he landed that shot flush, no fighter had ever gotten up.
Right.
And when he sat up in that ring and he got up, what hit a guy with your best shot? You hit him, bam!
What I'm gonna do? Hit him again. You gonna take these all night. I ain't gonna hit you and be like, oh shit. I'm be like, all right, you gonna have to eat them all night. We ain't gonna stop just there. You know?
Oh man, but then I watched Fury. I thought after watching Fury fight, and I watched him fight Deontay Wilder, and I watched him fight a couple of other guys, I got a little concerned when he fought Joshua, but I didn't think he took Joshua serious. I don't think he thought, I don't think he thought when he fought Francis Ngannou, I don't think he took him serious. And so I was like, man, can't nobody. And then I watched Usyk, he get in the ring with Alexander Usyk, and Usyk just, I'm like, how, bro? You seem unbeatable for like 3, 4, 5 fights. And now you just.
Styles make fights. So were you used to fighting these big, slower guys with a slower pace, and you get in with a smaller guy with a faster pace, with more movement and things like that, it's kind of harder than fighting those guys that you've been fighting. You know, in the past. And then Usyk, he's tremendously talented.
Yeah.
You know, so he gonna feint you, he gonna move, he gonna slip, he gonna counter you, and he gonna tie you up, things like that. So it's difficult.
Right.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before 2 something.